One of the problems with the fobs from Kia and Hyundai is this little securing pin or if you want button that has to keep the mechanical key in place. So the mechanical key has a slot. One of the things that happens is sometimes you just keep your fob like this and you have like several casings here and oops, it drops on the floor. Maybe it drops on the manhole on the street. Not very amusing, or in the snow. So what you want to do when you put this thing back in place, this pin or button must come out more than that. This is not enough. This may not be strong enough. So what I suggest you do is just keep the fob like this and just press onto a hard surface. And at that moment, hopefully the small button will come out more. This is about like 1 millimeter. That's how it must stay in there. Sometimes if you don't manage to remove the key from there, if you just push like this, just push with something sharp or push that pin or a button, or you call it, all the way in. Make sure you insert it all the way. Let's just see how to actually open the fob if you want to replace a battery. So the way I like to do this, if you keep it, remove the key, mechanical key first. So you see you have this hole. This is the front, this is the rear, and on this side is like plastic, but on this side by the hole for the mechanical key there is like an edge. So what I would like to do is just get carefully a butter knife, maybe try something that is not really sharp, but really just on this edge, back cover, just by that key hole. I will just insert the butter knife in between like this. See, where is it? To the left. It's just opposite side of the release button. So it's like this, and I will just rotate the bar knife. Yes, I know you can actually, there is actually a slot here, some place that you can insert the key itself and twist it, but that doesn't always work, or at least it's kind of scary to do. Now this is how your battery is going to look inside. Sometimes I did have people who actually, this part, which is the electronic board, this part kind of gets stuck over the case. So when you split the fob, it looks like this. That's really not a problem, just because the battery is kind of has a contact. Just insert something and just gently pray this thing at some place. There's really nothing to stress about. Really careful not to try to bend these contacts. You see, mine was, I did manage to break it. It's really not flexible metal. The slight less you push on it is going to shear. I still have one, so I'm not very afraid. That's how the battery sits in there. And you can tell the battery polarity. The camera should actually come in focus at some point. So the battery polarity, it's like this. The positive, or if you want the writing, it stays at the bottom. That's how you just clip the battery in there. This one depends how it is. Just look at the position. You can put it like that, or just if it's with the rest of the fob. We are going to insert it. Notice there's a round side here. Yes, these are all components. Make sure it stays in place so you don't catch it when you put back the thing. So it just stays in there. You also have buttons if you want, but make sure it's sitting properly. And we are just going to put with the battery on top of it, align. Make sure it's all aligned all around, and just press on it, but press with force and conviction. And then the key, mechanical key, is going to insert. And while there, you can actually, if the battery is drained, completely drained, actually even without battery, you can open your door and start and drive the car. Actually, even without battery. The only thing that is not going to work is the buttons. You won't be able to remotely open the doors. But what you do is just remove the key, you will be able to unlock the door and the alarm should not ring. Then with the key fob on this model, so this is 2015, 2000, about 2021, you simply, again, even if there is no battery inside, you simply get the fob like this and press the start button. So this is only for the start button models. You really just press onto the start button and obviously depress fully the brake pedal. And by the way, the brake pedal on these cars has sometimes a problem. It has a switch that must activate in order to spin the starter and start the engine. So sometimes if you feel the brake pedal in the morning, it's kind of stiff, press with your foot with more force on the brake pedal and then press on the start button and your car should start. That's just another trick. Is not related to the fob, but again, the fob does have a transporter inside, and the idea when the battery is low or non-existent in the fob is simply to bring that transporter that's somewhere inside here by the start button. Just really close to the start button, push the start button, your car should start and you should be driving your car and you will see that message low fob battery replace as soon as possible. Same for Kia and Hyundai.